I'm actually not, because I have a doctor's appointment, so now I just have energy drinks. And well, it's 11:05 and my face hurts, so I'm gonna have one. That could have been so much better. Hi besties! Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Why do I not have a second camera battery? I used to. You'd think I still would, but apparently not. So today, we're doing a TBR jar picks my reads for February, because I don't know. This jar used to be filled to the brim with papers, but those papers actually have the names of books from my physical TBR rather than like prompts. So I swapped them out for some prompts. Obviously there are less prompts than there are books in my TBR. I will ideally be picking books from my physical TBR rather than like just on the Kindle, but there are a few prompts that simulate to Kindle picks, if that makes sense. So like pick from your Kindle library, you know, stuff like that. So, I think, should we pick? We'll pick 6. And I'll put the stack up here. I'll put the stack here, because that's where my desk is. Okay, like, that'll be fun, right? Okay, did I say 6? I think I said 6. We'll pick 6. I'm gonna forget. Okay, we've got a book with a blue cover. My fabulous handwriting. Just blue or blue on the cover? Because I have a lot of like blue books. Well, that's kind of like a Christmas book. I'll pull it out anyway, because I feel like we have to give all potentials a chance. Our dog's in my way. His legs are dangling and it's really annoying. Just doesn't understand. Okay, my other blue book is the other blue book I'm putting out, because I actually have a lot. So I picked out 4, but the one that is obviously blue is A Cocktail of Frost and Starlight. I can't read that yet. I've not finished Front of Glass. And I don't have the American cover, so I don't have any blue copies of any of those books. We have 5 options. First is, sorry if I keep looking off, there's a mirror over there so I can see the back of the camera so I can see when my battery dies. First we have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I have the Ravenclaw special editions. How many times do I have to say that? So this one is actually blue. I know, delightful, right? It goes like blue, black, blue, black, blue, black. So this one's blue. That's our first option. We have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I have this cover. Obviously, very, very blue. A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, which would be the start of a new series. I'm not against that. I brought these books because I'm very excited to read them. And it's like they're not long, considering it's like a magic fantasy thingy. But yeah, this is more like a satin royal navy blue. This one isn't totally blue, so I might cut out the running because we've had some really blue books. This is Santa Montefiore's An Italian Girl in Brooklyn, which was gifted to be my Megan at Christmas. This is sort of like a time jump between 1979 and 1934. So we have Evelina, who is an Italian girl. She moves to Brooklyn in New York. Shocker! And it's like related to the war, and it's like about, I think it's about finding herself and fun, like stuff like that. But I'm actually going to remove this from the running at the moment, simply because we've got some bluer books, and the prompt is a book with a blue cover. And then we have 3 Weddings and a Holiday by Uzma Jalaluddin and Marissa Stapley, which is a Christmas book. And because it is a Christmas book, is it actually Christmas or is it just winter? Because if it's winter, I will. It doesn't say, but it says free cost. The most festive book of the year. Yeah, I'm going to put this back as well, simply because it's Christmas. So we have 3 books to pick from, basically. So we have Harry Potter, Wuthering Heights and A Deadly Education. I'm currently reading Forbidden Glass, which is the fantasy series I'm dedicating myself to. I don't know if I'm going to start a new one. I might put Deadly Education down to the side. So we've got a short little classic and this brick. I might actually... I know this one has like green on it and this one is the most blue. But I might actually go for Wuthering Heights. Simply because one of my reading goals was to read for like 5 classics this year, and this is one. And I feel like to have one a sixth of the way through the year is like a good place to be sat at. So, our first book with our first little bookish prompt, a book with a blue cover, we've gone for Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I feel like that was a fun little investigative sort of vibe we had going on there. Imagine if my hand got stuck. Okay, prompt number 2 says, a literary fiction. Ew. Okay. Now I've got to know what the genres are, so this is where it gets difficult. Oh, have I got this in the frickin' bag, babes? I'll go for these 3 off my cart. So it's not like all the options, but it's the ones that I'm like most piqued and interested in. So we have Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. Oh, that's a good bit. I've had this for a long time and I've intended to read it for a long time. It was on my November TBR last year when I unwrapped it. I didn't read a single book off that TBR. Yes! Well, we've got this. As AI becomes a lot more prominent in like what we do, I feel like it will be interesting to read this before I am owned by a robot. And I feel like it'll be a lot different to the other books I'm reading. So I'm in like a really big romance phase and I'm like soaking up all the love. But I'm like, it could be really interesting to see how a robot loves. And that would be really cute. Next, I've got Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe, which is a second book by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I really enjoyed the first book. I don't know if this is laid out the same. I don't know if this is like... So the first book is laid out in 4 short stories. Relationship map of characters. I didn't know I would have to do that. Okay, yeah. Okay. It is 4 little short stories. Don't know what this is time travel in a cafe where you have to return to the present before the coffee gets cold. And if you don't, you turn into like the Spectre. The Spectre is a character in the first book. Would definitely recommend reading it. It was the first book I read in 2023. And I feel like reading it again at the beginning of 2024 will just be my thing, you know? And then my last option is Deborah Mogart's The Carer. I have started this. It's on my current reads on Goodreads. Let me show you the cover because you might know what I'm on about. I take off the sleeves from my hardbacks and I leave them on my top shelf. So this is what it looks like, essentially. It's called The Carer and it's like this. So far what I've learnt from it is, oh, a blue cover. It's fine. Basically what it is, this sister and brother hire this carer for their dad, who used to be like a philosopher, a professor, like a really intelligent man, and they hire this carer to like look after him, and basically she sort of like is slowly manipulating him. And I got to the point of the story where they can feel that their dad is changing because of this woman. So that's a really interesting book. I need someone to euthanize me. And I believe, although this is like a thriller, I also, because I've started reading it, it's also giving literary fiction vibes. I feel like it's written in the style of a literary fiction rather than a thriller, because there's no tension or any. It's sort of like you're just following this daughter and this sister and this brother and their perspective with the carer. But out of all 3, I actually think I'm not going to pick the carer. It'll be one of these 2. Maybe... Oh, you know what? Maybe Before the Coffee Gets Cold, because I really want to have because there's a dark blue one and a pink one. I really want all of them. And look at the cat on the cover. They're so cute. Our third pick, which is halfway through, because I also have a book club with my friends, guys, so obviously that's another book. Another one. A book. I Okay. I didn't want to do too many serious prompts because I felt like it was boring where every YouTuber's doing the same. A book over 200 pages, a book you've been putting off for a long time, a book with a blue cover. So I added some ones that were a bit subjective. So we have a book giving Harry Styles vibes. You can't see that, but that's what it says. And I'm going like Harry's house vibes. Not like the shaven head, the new hair vibe we got going on right now. I'm giving like Harry's house, the spotted t-shirts, the funky trousers, the Adidas gazelles. And I can't find one. Fuck. I didn't think of this when I wrote it down. I'm definitely thinking romance. I feel like Harry's house is definitely giving romance. But then obviously I've got to know what the romance is about. Maybe I pick one from my book box. I feel like Harry isn't a thriller kind of guy. You know, the vibe, all on vibes. The vibes he's giving is not thriller. It's giving romance. It's giving like sisterhood. It's giving, but I could do a reread. It's giving found family. I could do, because I kind of do want to reread it. I might do a reread of Happy Place. Am I allowed to do rereads? I mean, I have a really big physical TBR. Oh. Yeah. Okay. For a book giving Harry Styles vibes, I'm picking Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is a book I was really excited about. My dad got it for me from Asda. I'm really happy about that, thanks Dad. Before I left uni, before the summer, and it was like my first summer read, and I loved it, and it was really exciting. And I gave it 4 stars. And everyone was like giving it 5 stars. I'm like, that's fine. I still love the book. However, after like 2 weeks, instantly forgot. The only thing I remember is that it's Win and Harriet. That's the only thing I remember. And then the scene outside of the restaurant. But like, I really want to reread this book because I've read a lot of Emily Henry last year, and I felt like it was just giving. And as like my friendships grow as I go through different bits in life, and like I've left uni now, so it's like a long time ago. So I feel like a different person than I did 6 months ago, which is really strange. So I really want to reread this. So, and it does kind of give Harry Styles vibes, I'm not gonna lie. It's like found family, it's fun, everyone's happy, but there's a dynamic range of emotions and relationships and exploration. This. I'm gonna reread Happy Place by Emily Henry. Oh my god, that's so exciting. I love that I did that. Okay, prompt number 4 is a book becoming a movie. I don't know anything set in stone. I don't know. The only one I know is Fourth Wing. And I don't even think that's confirmed. I'm going to have to Google it. Fucking hell. Are you being serious right now? Okay. It's June, it ends with us. I'm not doing that. 15 book to screen adaptations to add to 2024 reading list. I consent. Just show me the website. No. It'd be really great if it was a book I owned, guys. You're really letting down. The side, it ends with us. I'm never reading that again. Mary Shelley. I don't have that one. Now I do own June by Frank Herbert. Obviously the first one's already a movie, but the second one's becoming a movie. Like, I do own June. I could read that, but it's not becoming a movie. It is a movie. Okay, we'll broaden it to film and TV. I feel like that's fair. Are these even books? No. Oh, okay. All right. Books becoming movies in 2024. We have June. But this is the second book, and I don't have the second book. I've not read the first one. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, whatever. Wicked, whatever. The Colour Purple. I have The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. So we're going to go with The Colour Purple. By the Woman's Press, we have The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. I know nothing of this book. It's sort of set out sort of like a text you'd read in English. Touching, complex and engrossing novel set in the harsh, segregated world of the Deep South between the wars. Kelly has been raped by the man she calls her father. Her 2 children are taken away from her. She has been forced into an ugly marriage. She has no one to talk to but God. Then she meets Shug Avery, the singer, the magic woman, and discovers not the pain of rivalry but the love and support of women. Ah, so it's sort of like a diary to God. Interesting, fun. Okay, love that. Oh, is that the one with Halle Berry in it? I feel like I've seen a trailer for it somewhere. Book number 4, Alice Walker, The Colour Purple. That took a lot of investigating. I'm not gonna lie. That was almost like PhD level research I did there. Proud of myself. Number 5. This is fun. I could just do this all day. Just like hang out with my books. A book over 600 pages. Yay. I love reading books. I do have a couple ideas. Obviously, depending on how Throne of Glass goes, we've got Kingdom of Ash. I've also got Anna Karenina, I think is 630. Iron Flame is 620, which I could do, which would complete the Four Things series up until this point. Or I could pick one that would be in a reading vlog. I think I'm going to do that. So, if you don't know, I did episode 1 of a reading vlog series last year in December, where I read books on my Goodreads currently reading, because I still have a lot on there. So it was 17, it's now down to like 15. It hasn't changed. And there are 3 books on that pile that are more than 600 pages. So you have Ulysses by James Joyce. We have The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and then we have The Secrets of Crickley Hall by James Herbert. And I'm going to go for that one, because this is one I keep trying to read. And it's not a bad book, I enjoy it. It's just too repetitive for me to just sit and read the whole thing. So let me go get that one. I can't get out. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay. I've got it. It is 650 something pages. James Herbert's The Secret of Crickley Hall. No, a BBC One drama. Okay, our last book. Oh, it's a thin one. A romance! Yay! I can pick any I want because it's a romance. Let me show you my cart. This is what I'm working with. You can see my owl pajama bottoms. So, we've got a lot on here. We've got Beach Read, Wildfire, Check and Mate, Elsie Silver, Charlie Love and Cliches, How to Find Love in a Bookshop, Boyfriend Material. And then on the other side, under Arrowbook's Spindly Legs, we have Twisted Hate, The Book Proposal. Let me bring you back up to eye level, because you are human. And so am I. So let's look at each other. I do either want to go for a standalone or the later Pointer series. I don't want to start Flawless. One of my goals this year was to get through my TBR, and by starting a new series, obviously I'm getting through my TBR, but then I have to buy more books. And that's problem number 1. And I could read them on my Kindle, but then it's like, why own the first one and not the rest of them? Anyway, so what I actually might do is go for Twisted Hate. The Twisted series. I haven't picked up the Twisted series since... Oh, it would have been... I think I read Twisted Games June last year, so like, it's been almost a year. This is 500 pages. I hope Sky really wants to read a thin book for our book club. So, we've got Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. My camera battery died. Let me know what book you would put for like a Harry Styles vibe. I also had another prompt in there that was a book based off Taylor Swift vibes. So we could have got Mum or Dad, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we had some good prompts. I do have other prompts that I thought would have been really good, but they just didn't show up. But going back through my prompts and for my TBR. For the prompt, a romance novel. We have a banged up version of Twisted Hate by Anna Juan. She changed the covers, they're now like embossed. My first two aren't like that, so that's cool. We have Twisted Hate by Anna Juan. For the prompt, a book over 600 pages. We're going for a current read, which is James Herbert's The Secret of Quickly Hall. This stands at 660-ish pages. Is there still a bookmark in this? No. Good job I used Goodreads. For the prompt, a book becoming a movie, I scoured the internet and fell on Alice Walker's The Colour Purple. This is a classic contemporary novel pile. A book giving Harry Styles vibes. I went for Harry's House era of Harry Styles. And I've chosen to do a reread of Happy Place by Emily Henry. If you've not read this book and you don't listen to Harry's House, you won't get the duality of it. But to me, this makes sense. And I love doing a reread every single year. I always reread something. A literary fiction, I chose Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And last but not least, but also first and foremost, we have a book with a blue cover on which I settled for Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, which will be my first Bronte sisters. I'm really excited to see the relationship between Heathcliff and Cathy. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, stick around and do all of the good stuff. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I feel like it was kind of long and chatty, which is fine. I talk a lot. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.